Well, y'all, it's your buddy the Texan Detector, and I'm an excited Texan today. As many of y'all might know, I am a user of Nokta metal detectors. I mean, I do not use them exclusively, but I do enjoy them. I started off with the Nokta Simplex, and I moved on to the Nokta Legend, and I also have me a Nokta Double Score. So when the Triple Score came out, I was intrigued. I love using the double score because it is just so simple, so easy. You just turn it on and go. It's got a few little settings you can tweak. There were two things that I did miss about my Legend while using the double score sometimes. Even though the tones on the double score do sound nice, they are good sounding tones. Sometimes when I would use my Legend after using the double score, I would remember how much I love 60 tones. And the reason why I got the double score instead of just the score is because it did have an adjustable recovery speed. It was a 1, 2, 3, 3 being your fastest, 1 being your slowest. Well, so when I heard that the triple score was coming out with 5 levels of recovery speed, 15 levels of sensitivity where the double score only had 10, and adjustable tones where I could get my 60 tones. You can get your pitch, 6, the tones like the Legend. I really wanted one. I mean, I really, really wanted one. I watched the live stream. My buddy Andy O'Neill live streamed it on Facebook. I got to watch Nokta's live stream that way. And I was really intrigued. During the live stream, they had some instructions where you could enter a giveaway. Man, I don't ever win anything. I don't know why I even entered a stupid giveaway. I did share the post twice. I only shared it to my own private Facebook groups. I have a Facebook group, the Friends of the Texan Detector, and I also have a Facebook group, Score, Double Score, and Triple Score Users Forum. I shared it to both of my groups, and lo and behold, your buddy won a triple score. Funny thing is, I really wanted one, so the day before I won the triple score, I put in my pre-order with Andy O'Neill, WeDigMetalDetectors.net. The very next day, I wake up, and before I do anything, I pick up my phone and I have 2 messages from Andy O'Neill. The very first message is, "Brother, you won a triple score." The very next message, "So I guess you're going to need a refund. Just let me know when you're ready." Dude, how many metal detector dealers would do that? Most metal detector dealers would say, "Well, I guess you got 2 triple scores now." That is why I always deal with Andy at WeDigMetalDetectors.net. He's linked in all my videos. I don't make no money off of it. He's just an awesome freaking dude. That's why I always try to give him a shout out when I can. But back to the lecture at hand, y'all. Your buddy has got the new triple score. Yes, he does. And let's see, if we look on the back, it has a chart that tells you what the triple score has that the others doesn't have, and vice versa. We're not going to go through all that. Like I said, the main differences. Oh, it also does have a threshold. It also does have a tone break. And it does have bottle cap rejection. I don't use bottle cap rejection. I don't use tone breaks. It does have iron volume. I do like to have iron volume, but I don't use it that often, and I'll probably just leave it at the preset. But what really made me excited about this machine, besides the fact that it had the few features that I felt I was missing on the double score from the triple score. Don't get me wrong, I still love my double score. I've had the double score for 6 months, and I'm sure it is more than paid for itself in the clad and silver jewelry that I found with it. So I'm still happy with it. I will still be using it. You will still see double score content on this channel. But this package, the triple score, I think it's the Pro Pack or so. Yeah, Pro Pack. It says like a Pro. This is how all detectors should come. It comes with your wireless headphones. It comes with your standard, the SC30 coil, and it also comes with the SC 24 coil. The only thing to me this set is missing, because I think all detectors should come this way. The only thing I think it's missing is I think it should come with another lower rod for your other coil. Because if you're like me and you like to go to metal detecting and you like to switch things out in the field, you do not want to be messing with that little plastic screw and the washers. That's just extra wear and tear on the ears of your coil. Risking losing those little rubber washers. You lose one of those little rubber washers while you're out in the field metal detecting, switching out a coil, you're dead in the water. You're going to have to do some MacGyver and stuff to get through the day of metal detecting, because without that washer, your coil is just going to be flopping around like that. But enough about that. I just really thought this was an awesome setup. It does have your standard park mode. It has your standard field mode. It has your standard beach mode. And it has an added relic mode. That's going to be really cool for you relic hunters out there. I would love to be a relic hunter, but I just don't have the time and the opportunity to detect these wonderful historic sites where you would be able to find these good relics. I actually have my days off during the week for the purpose that I like to go detect parks, and I used to like to fish, and I like to detect beaches, and it's a lot easier to have the park to yourself on a Thursday than it is on a Saturday. So, without any further ado, I'm not going to open the package and show you everything. Everybody's already done that. You know it's got the headphones. You know it's got the standard coil. You know it's got the 24 coil. You know it comes with the hardware. You know it comes with the strap for the cuff. We don't need to see all that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the detector together. And I'm going to try to figure out a way where I can prop the detector up and turn the sensitivity down, so I can just cycle through the settings. Let me give you just a little glimpse on how it works. So give me a second. Let me get this sucker put together, and I'll be right back with you. Yes, sir. Well, alright, y'all, here we go. This is the Nokta Triple Score. Now, as you see, it has your park mode, your field mode, your beach mode, and your relic mode. And to go to the different modes, you just use your arrow to scroll over. I'm mostly in park mode, unless I'm on the beach, of course, and then I'm in beach mode. I actually have the sensitivity turned all the way down, but you can turn it up by the up and down arrow. Okay. Now, as you see, it's on the F discrimination there. Now, I don't normally run F. I normally put it in G. That just takes out the ground mineralization. You still hear all your iron, all your... trust me, I find all the bobby pins and staples and junk you could imagine on the top lots. But I just wanted to show you, that's also your pinpoint button if you hold it down. Now, right now it's an M1, but it has several different options. It's got M2, it's got M3, it has 4 kilohertz, it has 15 kilohertz, which is probably your best single frequency. Or if you want to go high frequency, it does have 20 frequency. Me personally, I mostly hunt in M3. It seems like M3 really helps separate like trash and foil from targets. I really like it. Yeah, I mean, you may like M1. M1 is supposed to be better for high conductive targets. M2 is supposed to be better for low conductive targets. And M3 was originally for moist conditions, but I found after using it in moist conditions that it just really seems to work great at the park. So that's what I hunt when most of the time. So let's go through the actual settings. So if you hit the same button as the power button, it's got the little, I'm not sure if you can see that, it's got the little cog on it, the little settings cog. Your first is going to be your ground balance. You hold the pinpoint button down and you pump your coil like normal. Next, that's going to be your recovery speed. As you see, you can go up to 5 and you can go down to 1. Now, I like to use a high recovery speed most of the time because I do a lot of park hunting, so I'm really hunting shallow, but I want to get good separation. But if you are in a good open field where you want to get an extra little bit of punch of depth, you can use the lower recovery speeds. That's just not what I normally do. Next, that's going to be your iron filter. I like to run my iron filter on 0 because I get the best separation. But if you're in an area with a bunch of, rusty nails and stuff and you want to pump that up, you can actually pump it all the way up to 9. So we're going to leave that on 0 because that's the way I hunt. Next is your volume. I have the volume on 3 right now just for the video purpose. Next, that's your brightness of your screen. I have it set here because it seems like the camera can pick it up well right there. Next is your Bluetooth. That's where you're going to connect your headphones. And once your headphones are connected, you can actually put it in Bluetooth 2, where you actually get sound from the headphones and the detector. Next, this is your ground suppressor. That's for hard ground where a ground balance just doesn't quite get it. Maybe you want to add a little bit of ground suppressor just to make your machine run smoother. But remember, anytime you run a ground suppressor, you are going to lose depth and lose the ability to hit small targets. Now, these are your your programs, your profiles. This is where you can save a different profile. And I believe there's 3 of them. Okay, that's also where you're going to do your factory reset. That's where you're going to hold that button down and really erase that profile. Whoa. That is your tone break for iron, I believe. Let's get off of that. And this here is where you get into your tones. Hey, got a little squirrely on me there for a minute. Matter of fact, this might be a good time to do a frequency shift. I am in a enclosed area with a bunch of electronics around, so let's see if that quiets it down. See? There you go. All right, well, I just wanted to run through the settings real quick for you and give you a little tutorial on where they are and what they do. Now, I haven't read the full manual. This is just from my experience using other Nokta detectors. I already kind of knew what I was looking for. All right, so give me just a minute and I will conclude this video with my final thoughts. So, I've showed you the triple score. I showed you the settings. And let me explain to you exactly why I really wanted to add this to my collection. Because I love my Legend. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely freaking love my Legend. But sometimes, it's in the back of your mind that did I change a setting last time? Do I need to go back and look through all my settings and make sure I have them the way I want to? That's why I factory reset my Legend often. Probably once a month I actually do a factory reset on my Legend. I like to make sure my settings are fresh. I know what they are. They're what I want for those conditions. That's what I loved about the double score, is there was not so much to worry about, and you just turned it on and went. But you do miss some of those adjustments. Now, being that the sensitivity is 15 instead of 10, that can actually make a big difference. If you're out in a park or a field that has an electric cow fence, or it's next to let's say it's next to a cell phone tower or something that creates EMI, one of the best ways to get rid of EMI is to lower your sensitivity. Well, if you only have 10 levels of sensitivity, when you lower each notch, that is quite a bit of your sensitivity being gone. Now, when you have 15 slices cut out of that same pizza, those increments are smaller, so you can still run the maximum sensitivity allowed in that area, if you understand what I'm saying. Like maybe, that one notch that you're not getting with the double score may be the difference of getting that fringe target. Now, another thing, probably one of my favorite things about all three of these detectors, is having adjustable recovery speed. Because I like to hunt a bunch of parks. I like to hunt a bunch of tot lots. I like to hunt a bunch of sidewalks. I like to hunt a lot of places that it's very challenging to detect. There is rebar in the sidewalk. There is metal poles going under and through the tot lot. There are underground pipes, underground wires, underground all kinds of stuff, drainage systems in your parks or yards or different places you'll detect. Now, when you have a higher recovery speed, you can get closer to those items than you could otherwise. Also, with a higher recovery speed, if there's 5 targets in a 10-inch area, you get a distinct sound off of each one, not just a slur. Now, on the flip side of that, if you are in a open wide field with very few targets and you want to really have a target just stand up and scream at you, no matter how small it is, a lower recovery speed does make those tones sound loud, sound big, sound long. Now, that can be a detriment because it makes it harder to distinguish the size of your targets. But if you are in a field or somewhere where there's very few targets, you're going to be digging all of those targets anyway. So that's when you want to go with that 2-1 recovery speed and really try to get the most out of your depth and really try to get the most out of your detector for every little signal you get. Now, not very many signals, low recovery speed. A lot of signals, high recovery speed. Just a good little tool to put in your mind there. Well, anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed my little demonstration, my little unboxing and first thoughts of the Nokta Triple Score. I cannot wait to get out there in the field. There is the biggest tropical storm known to man in the Gulf of Mexico right now. So we've been getting it's not really in my area, but we've been getting a lot of bands of rain, so I don't know what kind of detecting I'm going to do. Hey, if it's just bands of rain, that may be really good for me hitting my tot lots because the kids may not be there because of the rain. But either way, I can't wait to show y'all the triple score getting dirty, and why don't y'all play a little drinking game with me every time I call it the double score, take a shot, because it's going to happen a few times because I've been really honing in on my double score, so the triple score is probably not going to roll off the tongue as much as I would like it to. Well, anyway, until the next time, y'all, it's your buddy the Texan Detector. Happy hunting and stay dirty, my friends. Yes, sir.